Hey, I'm Rob from JestaThaRogue.com and I'm going to show you how to play Dinky Dungeon. This is a game for 2 to 4 players, plays in about 15 minutes, is designed by Shun and Aya Taguchi and is published by Jelly Games. Players will take turns choosing an adventurer to send to a dungeon to kill monsters for the rewards. Or maybe just take those rewards directly from another player. When a player gets enough reward points based on the player count, they win the game. And don't leave yourself in the dungeon, reward yourself with high quality how to play videos like this one by hitting subscribe. On to setup. Shuffle the dungeon cards into a face down deck. The back of the dungeon card shows how many monster levels 1, 2, 3 and 4 are in the dungeon deck. The monster level is shown in the top left. When you draw a dungeon card, it becomes a reward card with a value equal to that of the monster level, shown in the bottom right. Shuffle the adventurer cards and deal 2 to each player. Players will pick one and discard it face down. The discarded cards are shuffled into a face down adventurer deck. Lay out 4 adventurers face up. Choose a random first player. Starting with the start player going clockwise, players will take a turn. First you choose and draw one of the face up adventurer cards. Then you play one of your 2 adventurer cards from your hand face up. You announce who the adventurer is and perform their action. Then discard the adventurer card to the adventurer discard pile face up. If the adventurer says to draw cards from the dungeon deck, you gain them face down. You can look at them but keep them secret. For example, the Scapegoat says to draw 2 cards from the dungeon deck. Select means to search for a card to gain it, still keeping it face down. For example, the Archer lets you look through the dungeon deck to select a card. The Shaman lets you select 8 level 1 monsters from the dungeon deck discard pile. The Lord, Assassin, Magician and Monk adventurers all target opposing players and show the Scapegoat icon as a reminder that a player can use the Scapegoat adventurer if they have it in their hand to ignore the effect. The Scapegoat card shows that in red. If you need to draw from the dungeon deck but the deck is empty, instead you select any card you like from the dungeon deck discard pile. Refill the adventurer row back to 4. If the adventurer deck runs out, shuffle the adventurer discard pile into a new deck. Play continues clockwise. At the end of a player's turn, if you have 16, 18 or 20 reward value depending on the player count as shown on the back of the dungeon card, you win the game. Or at the end of a turn when the dungeon deck is emptied, the player with the highest reward value wins, and that's how you play Dinky Dungeon. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when a new video goes live. You can sign up for memberships for early access to videos and find my social media at Insta, Twitch and YouTube at JestaThaRogue and find the blog at JestaThaRogue.com. I've been Rob aka JestaThaRogue. I'll see you soon.